We are a day away from a huge high school football game, and the rivalry is about as decorated as they come.
This morning, students at Raines and Ribault got pumped with dueling pep rallies. We begin at Raines, where the Vikings were showing off their stepping skills, and as you see there, the crowd was packed inside the gymnasium. And just a few blocks away, the Ribault Trojans cheering team hyped up the crowd there as well. That game kicking off tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You know, there's a rich history when it comes to the two football programs, and as former players will tell you, it is really more than just a normal game.
I don't think it's a larger football game in Jacksonville than this game here.
That's one of the biggest games in the city for any high school, I think, but it's a blessing that we get to experience that at that level.
If you were coming to the game and you don't already have a ticket, you're probably not going to get in.
Raise on Ribault, baby! Here we go!
The energy is unbelievable. It's high for the students in the building, alumni, the community. It's just high energy from beginning to the end. It's just unbelievable.
Go Vikings!
Just the crowd size. I can remember them talking about how big this game would be at that time for us. And honestly, you really get caught up into seeing how many people come and support the community in that game.
It's bragging rights. It's everything. I mean, I don't know how far away we are apart, but I mean, our communities are so interlocked. I mean, a lot of us grew up playing with each other. A lot of us grow up going to some of the same elementary schools. It's up until you get to high school, you get that divide of middle school. And so you have that relationship with people that you see them all the time. Y'all parents go to the grocery stores together. You play at the same parks. You play tackle football together in the parks. And to have the opportunity to play against those same kids you grew up with in this community and understand that our parents went to our high schools and their parents probably went to their high schools, and then some of my family went to their high school. So it's just one of those things where it's just about the love, one, for the game, and then the importance and the camaraderie that it brings to the community, because you can't get this and nothing else in this city.
You had cousins, friends, neighbors, relatives that were going back and forth about who won. We won last time, you won this time. And then when the crowds come, even now, they're in each other's neighborhoods. And you could be parking in Ribault neighborhood coming to the games if it's at Raines, or vice versa.
I would say you went to school on the wrong side of the road. You know, all you had to do is just walk 0.73 miles and you'd be here. For the luxury, for the privilege, for the opportunity to be a Viking.
Oh, there's nothing like it. I mean, the parades, the people, even your pregame meal isn't the same. You have people coming up to you during pregame meal, trying to talk to you about how important this game is and how hard you need to play. And I mean, it's exciting. I mean, you can't put no words into it. I mean, the only time you can ever get this same feeling, or I got it, was when I played college football and it was Florida State versus Miami or Florida State versus Florida. And it gives you that college atmosphere feel, and you understand just how important it is for you.
Well, I'm personally undefeated. I mean, and if I could recount the scores in those games, I mean, it's probably like 100 to probably 12.
We did not lose to them one time. I'm undefeated. And I always let people know that when they tell me about they beat us last year. I said, well, y'all couldn't beat me when I was in school.
It's a great thing that people who grew up in the community or even who still live in it can get together and enjoy one another's company in a way that all would declare to be fun, to be more than civil, to be a learning experience for all, and it represents two great institutions.
And the famous words of Al Davis, God bless him. Just win, baby, just win.
For the first time in the game's 50-year history, you can watch the Northwest Classic right here live on Channel 4, news4jax.com as well. Cole Pepper and former Jaguar legend Kevin Hardy are going to call the game from the Ribault campus. The game tomorrow scheduled at 2 o'clock. You can watch it right here live on the local station. Melanie, my wife, and I had the opportunity last night to MC the gala. So we got to see the principals from both schools, and you know, it's a big fundraiser as well. I mean, the history of Ribault versus Reigns is so rich. We're talking about 1969. Yeah. That was the first time they played. And it's really historical to be able to watch the game live here on Channel 4 as well.
Yeah, no, there's only a handful of teams that have gone at it year after year for 50 years in the city, and that's it. You know, and it's such a big one because the schools are so close. You know,
a mile away.
Right, half mile.
Half a mile away.
Literally, you can practically see the other. Well, it got trees, but and some homes, but that's it.